Hello out there, we're on the air. It's hockey night tonight. We're at Boondall Iceworld in Brisbane, Australia for the final game in this 6-game under-20 Origin series between New South Wales and Queensland. If you tuned in yesterday, you were treated to a fast, hard-fought game that saw Queensland come away with a 4-2 victory. That victory sealed the series for Queensland as they now have an insurmountable 4-1 series lead. Nonetheless, today's game should be equally exciting as New South Wales aren't likely to go down without a fight in this final series game. I'm Blair Ivins, and today I'm joined by Ice Hockey Queensland President Tim Lilly in the broadcast booth. Hello, Tim.
Hello, Blair. Yes, it's great to be here for the penultimate game of the inaugural series of the U20 State of Origin between Queensland and New South Wales. So thanks for having me, guys.
Now, I know you had a chance to watch the game yesterday, Tim. I don't think you're normally in the U20 crowd. How did you enjoy the game at this level?
Oh, look, it was fast-paced, some good hitting, and some great hockey all round. So, yeah, no, really exciting.
It was indeed. A few changes we have in today's lineup. From Queensland, we have Isaac Yip is out for today, and Mason Lupton draws in for today's game. We also have some suspensions that have carried over from the last game. From Queensland, Bryce Hodges for his fighting major does not get to play today's game, nor does Matthew Campbell from New South Wales, and also Cameron Hughes is out for New South Wales as a result of his suspension. That will be an unfortunate one for New South Wales. They came here with 15 players. They have 2 out now, so that gives them only 13. And Cameron Hughes and Matthew Campbell, both big parts of their team. So that's going to make things a bit tougher here for the New South Wales team, but I expect they're going to come out with some fight. They're going to want to win this final game of the series. What are you expecting to see today, Tim?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think Queensland's had some great displays of goaltending. So the New South Wales team are going to be wanting to get some shots on early and test the goalie, Dallas Bocco, and yeah, just get some pucks through traffic and hope for the best.
Yes, I think that's a good point. So Dallas Bocco, you just mentioned, he's starting today in Queensland, just his second start in the series. He's come over from inline. He hasn't been playing ice very long. Doing a great job. Had a very good game in Game 2 when he played. That's unfortunate they lost 2-1, but nothing to do with the goaltending of Dallas. I would expect today in goal for New South Wales, we're probably going to be seeing number 1 Connor Dowell. He is in net as we speak, warming up. But I'm going to go back on one thing I said, because I'm looking down on the ice and I'm seeing that number 20, Cameron Hughes, is actually in the game.
Oh, so okay.
A bit of confusion there in our communication, but Cameron Hughes is playing, so that's a big boost for New South Wales. Our officials today, we have an all-Queensland crew once again. Today, the referees with the red armbands are Nick Williams and Daryl Dunsford. And manning the lines today are Tom Harkness and John Bristow. Now, unfortunately, we're having problems with the time clock. So we can see there's 1:13 left in the warm-up, but we could also see that it's only half size. But at least they've got a time clock sorted out for us, because there was concerns whether we would be able to see a time clock at all or not, but it is sorted out. But you will notice throughout the game when the camera pans over to the time clock that it's only half size. That's the joys of not purpose-built rinks, should I say, Tim?
That's right. Hopefully the streaming is much better for the folks at home.
Yes.
But it's good to see seats filling up at the Boondall rink this afternoon, and it should be an exciting game of hockey ahead.
Yes, absolutely. Been very pleased with the turnout. As we said yesterday, I think it ended up being around 260 of the 313 capacity for this rink. So that's great. And today I don't think we're getting to that number, but I think still we're going to get up to close to 200 fans.
Yeah, people still trickling in, so...
Yes, absolutely. That must be exciting from an IHQ perspective. Obviously, Tim, you're involved with many levels of things, juniors, seniors, under 20s and so on and so forth. But anytime a series like this runs and you see this kind of support from the community, that must be exciting.
Yeah, no, look, this has been a great initiative, and it's great to see the two states getting behind it, and yeah, hopefully signs of good things to come.
Okay, awesome. Well, the warm-up is over. We're going to lose Tim Lilly because he's going to go down and do the ceremonial puck drop.
I'll be back in a few minutes.
And then after that, we will have the national anthem. While we're waiting for that, I will continue to chat here. Perhaps we're going to have the anthem before the puck drop. We're just waiting here. The anthem singer today is, as yesterday, Niamh Cadu-Dagley, a recent music theatre graduate who is giving her time to come out and sing the national anthem. Although I do see she's attempting to get the microphone working, and perhaps it's that same cable that's causing us trouble to the scoreboard, because as we speak it's not working. Well, while we're waiting, and here we go. Well, that was very nice. I'm not sure how much of that you could pick up out there, but the microphone didn't seem to be working, so the crowd, the fans, the coaches from New South Wales, the players, everybody joined in to sing Advance Australia Fair together. That was a very, very nice moment, I must say. All right, so now we're going to go ahead with the ceremonial puck drop. Shortly, we've got teams at their respective nets at the moment, having their last little powwow, making their plans for the game, trying to see what is the best way to get through Game 6 here, and both teams wanting success. Of course, New South Wales are going to want to finish this series 4-2. That's certainly much better than going down 5-1. Queensland on the other side, because there's no love lost between these two states, they would be happy to stick the knife in a little bit more and get away with 5-1 victories in the series. So we'll see how this game goes, but in the meantime, we've got the two captains of the teams. We've got Sasha Repchuk for Queensland and David Quinn for New South Wales. And we've done the ceremony puck drop with Tim Lilly, Ice Hockey Queensland president, and we will be ready to go momentarily. As we said, the crowd's filling out here. We've got a nice crowd, probably a couple of hundred here today. You can probably hear them in the background getting ready. Over to my left is mostly the New South Wales supporters over by the New South Wales bench, and mostly Queensland supporters in the main seating area. Lining up here, no surprise for New South Wales. It looks like Quinn on the back end to start, and out there, and Kalinic is with him, Olkin up front. And welcome back, Tim. That was a fine job in the ceremonial puck drop.
Oh, thank you. It's the first time I've done one of those, so
oh, there you go.
I'm just glad I didn't fall on my face.
And here we are underway for Game 6. Quickly back to Quinn, who flips it up into the rafters, and we've got a whistle. So a very quick 6 seconds there before the first whistle. Now that face-off's going to go back down into the New South Wales zone.
Early stoppage of play, but looks like there's some energy in the building, which is good to see.
Absolutely. And now we've got line 1 out there for Queensland, which is Repchuk and Stanek, with Partridge pulling in with the absence of Hodges. Quick back to Partridge. His shot picked up by Repchuk, but across the goal mouth. Back to the D where we met, takes a long shot. That's blocked in front. New South Wales moving it up the boards into the neutral zone where it's picked up by Baldwin. Across to Ouimet. Ouimet moving up. He dumps that in right on where Connor Dowell hangs on to it and gets the whistle.
Queensland with a couple of good looks early. They had a nice shot from the point there, and they'll just be wanting to keep directing shots on net.
Absolutely. Connor Dowell is a good goalie. He's been around for many years. I've been watching for a very long time. He'll be happy to be getting in for this game. Off the draw, shot from the point is blocked. New South Wales brings it out into their zone. Battle on the side and put back into the New South Wales zone by the Queensland player, but that is icing.
Nice little bit of body contact there.
Yes, and that's one thing about these full contact games. And you know, this is mostly teenagers, maybe the odd 20-year-old. So there's a bit of testosterone and bravado in these games. So it tends to make for a bit of what's the word I'm looking for? Activity. Yeah. All right, shot on goal by New South Wales, and that went up and over from the same from Boko. And puck outside the zone, in the neutral zone, New South Wales working their way in and dumping it in. Same strategy as yesterday, which worked very well, which was the dump and chase game by New South Wales. It looks like they're working that one again now. Chance in front, shot, score! Oh! Downey pops it in, Aiden Downey.
Number 22, left wide open there. In the slot, not a hard one to bury, and New South Wales on the board early.
Got a replay of it here. You can see a nice one popping out. Downey able to get away from his defenseman covering him. And like yesterday, I want to say yesterday, the first goal was scored right around the 14-minute mark. And we're there again, 13:51. So an early lead for New South Wales. But back comes Queensland off the draw, looking to equalize sooner than later. Bouncing puck in front of the net, but cleared. It's still battling down around. That clearance didn't make its way out. Middleton over on the wall. He's getting bodied. Now New South Wales should have a chance, but no, some quick play keeps it in until New South Wales does end up coming away with it. And it's Kowalczyk on his own with a shot saved by Boko in net, blockering that one away. And out comes Bond. New South Wales taking possession. D-to-D pass. Looking at options, going up through the middle, and a little chance here, but taken away by the Queensland defense. Middleton with it on the wall, he dumps it in. That's being chased by Stanek while the other Queensland players are changing. New South Wales able to exit the zone. Back to Baldwin, who's going to make it over the red line and dump it in. See who's going to chase that down. We've got both Partridge and Stanek, but Partridge takes over and trying to get it off New South Wales, but they successfully exit the zone again. And crossing the ice with a nice hit there by Partridge. Back comes Repchuk for Queensland. He's putting it out front. Nice stick lift to prevent the shot there. Good job by Schumack coming back on the back check. And that puck is fired around and all the way down the ice, but white icing is waved off. So Queensland has to regroup back in their own zone. New South Wales on the front foot so far here, but a couple of chances for Queensland. Some pressure by DeGraff on the New South Wales defense trying to come out of their own zone, but they successfully managed to move it up the boards and dump it into the Queensland zone. Boko in behind the net, stopping that for his defenseman who moves it around and up the wall. And out comes Queensland, a nice breakout. We've got Jack Molly looking for someone in front, but it doesn't get through. And New South Wales able to clear the zone. Brown across to Rippon, his D partner Rippon moves it up to Lockie Fixter, who dumps it in, but that's stopped and immediately out of the zone. Downey checked there by Brown. Brown takes the puck and skates away with it, and he dumps that in. That's going in around behind the net where Molly is going in after it against Quinn. A good battle there. They had some great battles yesterday. Quinn pinning Molly up against the boards. A couple other players jumping in. And it comes back to the point where Rippon takes a shot, blockered away. Nice save by Dowell. And Quinn, his favorite position in behind the net when he needs a moment to reset. Moving it out of his own zone. They haven't made it there yet. Neutral zone getting choked up by Queensland. Now there's a chance for Downey, who moves it over to Hughes. Hughes coming around trying to get across the blue line, and he just dumps it in. And quickly in behind the net is Kowalchuk putting the pressure on, but Queensland still coming away with it. And now it's picked up by Hughes, who takes the shot. That's blocked in front. That was labeled for the corner. Lucky Fixer moving it up through the center. He's checked. A lot of neutral zone play here. A lot of both teams really trying to prevent the teams from carrying it in over the blue line and getting comfortably into the zone. As I say that was dumped down by New South Wales. Too far away. That's icing.
Yeah, so 4 shots from New South Wales to Queensland's 3 in the first period here. And even though it seems pretty even on the scoreboard, New South Wales does look to be asserting a bit of dominance here in this first period, making some smart plays and screening the goalie.
Absolutely. A chance here off the quick draw. Shots coming. Oh, off the goalie and off the post. We could hear the ping, but no luck. Jumps over the stick of Nate Fixter. He puts it down low for Partridge. Partridge looking out front, but it comes back to Nate Fixter, who's taking the shot. Oh, tip by Rapchuk, but saved by Dowell. Nice save on that tip. Tips are hard. And a bouncing puck out of the zone by New South Wales and picked up by Partridge. Quickly transitioning, Fixter across to Stanek. Stanek's going in, having a look what he's got, but he's stripped of the puck quickly, and that is moved out where we've got Ballard for New South Wales. He's trying to find some room, but
Rapchuk with a nice takeaway there.
And away comes Stanek, looking for somebody, but that goes through and picked up by New South Wales, who are going to exit the zone. Along the boards comes Justikov, and hit as he gets rid of the puck, but back in behind the net where there's a battle going on. Queensland look like they should clear the zone, and indeed they do. Rapchuk passes that off to a streaking Wimet coming up from D, all on his own, seeing if he can make something happen, but he can't get through the 4 defenders that are there to stop him. Wimet staying up in the play from his defense position. A good job of covering up by Lucky Fixter, and New South Wales coming out. And away they come. Ballard on his own takes the shot and then goes off for the change. Queensland looking to get out of their own zone. Got forecheck by New South Wales, a little softer at the moment. Queensland able to exit with a nice body check by Schumack on Middleton down in front of us. Schumack picks up the puck and he makes his way through. Tries the shot and hits the post. Oh, that went off a Queensland player's stick. Boko was already sliding across and it just hit the post where there was a big opening. A bit of luck there for the Queensland side. Play is back into the neutral zone where Quinn and his partner are playing back and forth. Queensland dumps it in, but offside position, so they got to clear the zone. And while they do, out comes Olkin for New South Wales, dumping it in and chasing it himself. Chasing down Jamie Brown, who makes a pass up the wall to Middleton, but Olkin is there again. Olkin has been everywhere. And a nice hit stepping
big
up
open
there.
Ice check there
by Downey. And another hit over on the board. Some physicality starting to ramp up in this game. Quinn comes out with it up to Olkin. How many times have we said that this weekend? Quinn to Olkin. Olkin going wide with some speed down the wall, looking for options. Dumps it in behind the net. Queensland, Haley goes back to pick it up. He's got some time, and he just flips it up And perfect timing on that draw weight, it's called in some places, and there's no icing on the play. But out comes Downey. Trying to get through, but no chance getting through the neutral zone. The neutral zone play has been really tight here. Both teams trying to jam it up and making it hard for the other team to get through. So as a result, there's been a lot of dump-in hockey. As I say that, there's another dump-in by Queensland. Dump-and-chase hockey is what we're seeing at the moment. It'll be interesting to see if that stays, because that's a very physically demanding way to play the game, dump-and-chase. Demanding on both sides, both the chasers and the defenders. New South Wales trying to get out of the zone, but still not successful in behind the net where Quinn goes to pick it up. He's being hounded there by Repchuk. A couple of strong bodies in on the play. It comes out in behind the net where Kalinic picks it up, and he puts it up the wall and out of the zone. Picked up by Nate Fixter, who's going to go in behind his net and have a look. Bobbling the puck under the four-check pressure, and New South Wales comes up with it. A little bit of a chance here for New South Wales, but they can't bring it out cleanly, and Queensland able to clear the zone. There haven't been many whistles in this. We're already down to 5 minutes and 20 seconds left here in this period. And puck all the way down the ice where Ouimet's picking it up. Ouimet, a nice little shift to move that up the boards. But handed over and coming back is New South Wales. That didn't clear the zone though, and it's back in where Jack Molly's put it down low. DeGraff out to Molly. Molly's back to DeGraff down low around the boards.
Beautiful backhand pass out of the corner there.
It is, and picked up by Ouimet and popped around where there's battling in the corner. A lot of battling in the corner, a lot of wall play going on here today. Queensland with a chance, bouncing puck around, but picked up and brought out cleanly and put down the ice, but that's going to be an icing call against New South Wales.
We've got a penalty here.
And here's the
earlier play before where the defenseman, I think that was Baldwin, just managed to make that diving save, and the post gave him a bit of extra help. So yeah, New South Wales looking strong here early, but Queensland's got plenty of energy. But they will now be serving a penalty, which means they go on the penalty kill for the next 2 minutes.
Yes, Lockie Fixter got a roughing call right at the end of that last play, so it's power play to New South Wales. And I see a broken stick out there immediately, and that means that Queensland player Repchuk is without one, so it's 5-on-3.5 now. Queensland clearing the zone. Repchuk able to go over and get a stick quickly and stay in there while Quinn makes a move and shot off the head of Boko. Goodness gracious, that was a dangerous looking shot, if not for the head of Boko getting in the way. Repchuk picking up the puck, thinking about what he wants to do with it here on this penalty kill. He's getting hounded there by Schumack, but Schumack ran into Repchuk and fell down, but New South Wales comes away with the puck. A shot from the point and the rebound, it's bouncing around, it's out. Another shot. Chances here galore for New South Wales are all around the net, and they're possessing the puck, and they score!
Oh, there we go.
And it looks like that was number 20, putting that one in, Cameron Hughes. We talked about how dangerous he is, and he's come to the party.
It's a little bit of a passing clinic by New South Wales there. Queensland got caught up behind the net, trying to be physical, and yeah, just got a little bit out of position on that box penalty kill there. So.
They did so.
Nice goal by the New South Wales team.
Yes, power play goal for New South Wales. And Queensland had a chance to clear it, but they were unable to under the forecheck. And as a result, New South Wales with their, what I'm going to say is, I believe to be their first 2-goal lead in this series. And we've had a whistle for a puck out of play, so face-off back down into the Queensland zone. Shots on goal right now, 7 for New South Wales, 5 for Queensland, 3:20 left in the first period. Queensland wins the draw, and Lucky Fixter brings it out and tries to dump it in, but doesn't get very far. That hits the referee and stays inside the zone. Baldwin dumps it down low where Molly is in behind the net fighting for it, trying to kick it up to himself. There's a few players down there trying to get possession of the puck, but the battle goes on. Molly coming away with it. He likes this little move up front. Oh, referee almost put his hand up there. I saw him think about it for that trip, but he didn't make the call. Queensland now responding to being down 2-0 with some pressure.
Oh.
And a goal!
Jack Molly out in front. He worked hard down low, got himself into a scoring position, and I think he just tucked that one through the 5-hole there.
He absolutely did. We're going to see a replay of it here.
Just knew where to be, right place, right time.
That was a beautiful pass by Ouimet, who pinched down from the D and managed to get that out. Just as we were talking about how the response from Queensland was some good pressure. Pressure equals goals. That's what I teach the kids when we're coaching. Pressure translates into positive things. But here we are with New South Wales with a quick chance. Boko was out of the net and he manages
to make the save.
Wow, that was a chance for New South Wales.
It was a great look for New South Wales. With 2.5 minutes left in the period, Queensland will be a lot more comfortable having closed the gap to 1 goal, but we nearly saw another 2-goal lead from New South Wales there.
We did indeed. New South Wales has been taking advantage of a bit of sloppy play by Queensland, and as a result, we've got a penalty here. I think this is going to be an interference call to New South Wales. It's an elbowing call, but it is indeed to New South Wales. So we're going to see the first power play chance of the game for Queensland. And it looks like they're going with their standard power play lineup. Rapchuk in the middle, Stanek and Fixter on the sides. Jack Molly drops back onto D to play with Luca Ouimet. So we'll see. Queensland would love to be able to get one here and take this tied it to the end of the period with 2:20 left.
They certainly would.
And a chance, Stanek, he decides to go in behind the net. He's dropping it back to Ouimet. Ouimet's looking at his options. Across the line, he's going to put that in on goal. Oh, beautiful shot, top shot.
Ouimet walking the line, opening his hips up and finding that lane. And he just rips one top corner.
We're going to see on the replay here, but I think we're going to see that Dow probably had some bodies in front of him, so he couldn't even see. Yes, indeed, there's a couple of bodies in front of the net, 3 actually, and Ouimet able to just see his way through there, past the bodies and past Dow so quickly. This is a 2-2 game.
Not a whole lot a goalie can do in those situations.
I actually saw Dow speaking with his defenseman afterward, and I'm sure he was nicely saying, hey, can you not be right in front of me when there's a shot coming, please? So we're 2-2, 2:04 left here in the first period. It was 2-0 New South Wales a couple of minutes ago, and all of a sudden it's a 2-2 game. Off the draw, a bit of scramble in the neutral zone. But Schumack coming away with it for New South Wales. Over to Olkin. Olkin looking wide down to Schumack down low. Schumack's back to the D. His D takes the shot in, looking for a deflection and a rebound. And there, oh! Cameron over to Olkin. Olkin had the open net and he fanned on it. He'll be lulling that one at the break. But New South Wales looking to come back in again and get another opportunity before the end of the period. Putting it in low, but they have to clear the zone, so Queensland's got time to get out. Bond looking what he wants to do. Spinning around, turning. That tips off of the Queensland player before it goes down, so there's no icing on the call. New South Wales breaking out of the zone nicely. Out comes McGrath. McGrath is chasing down Partridge. Partridge looking for a pass over on the far side, and he makes a nice pass over to Kimmett. Kimmett's chasing that down into the corner. And is back behind the net once again. Stepping up with the Queensland player, Baldwin, trying to keep it in, but no luck, and Ouimet has to go back to retrieve it. Just 40 seconds left now in this period. That gets through everybody and picked up by Wiedesweiler. But Queensland takes possession. Middleton back to his D. Ouimet, the steady Ouimet, puts that down low. Picked up down there by Haley, but that's cleared out of the zone. Ouimet once again. How many times have I said his name this weekend? With just 10 seconds left here in the period, Ouimet's going to pass that up. Tipped away. Molly's going for one last little chance here, but he gets knocked off the puck, and that's pretty much going to do it as we come through the neutral zone, and we're down to the end of the first period. Well, that period went both ways, didn't it, Tim?
Yeah, what a first period. It's ended up pretty even, but definitely tied going both ways at different points of that period there. And I think Dallas Bocco, the Queensland goalie, he seems to be having a bit of trouble sliding over the crease. Both goals from New South Wales came on that same side where he left the net open, and so did that sliding save and the one that they fanned on. So yeah, they might need to talk about giving him some defensive support on that far side of the net, and just shoring that gap up for the second period.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think Queensland's going to be happy to get out of this 2-all, because to my mind, New South Wales was the better team, and they could have been ahead coming out of this period. Just a couple of gaps on the New South Wales side and a couple of quick goals by the very strong scoring Queensland team.
Yeah, they had some good movement through the neutral zone, New South Wales did, and Queensland just getting a little bit sloppy on defence at times. Some good movement out of the zone, but yeah, when they're getting hemmed in, they seem to have been getting out of position just a little bit. So,
all right, we're going to leave it there for the break. Come back and join us in about 15 minutes, and we'll bring you the second period of this 2-2 hockey game. And welcome back, everybody. Great to have you here. We are just about ready to start the second period in this 2-2 game. We do have a recap to get to, but since we're going to be dropping the puck, we'll get to that at the first whistle. Because here we go, second period in a 2-2 game. And quickly, Queensland trying to get into the zone, but nobody able to get out there. Rapchuk picking it up, but swooped away from him. But he retrieves it. Stanek back to Rapchuk down below. And in front, beautiful goal. Partridge there from Rapchuk and Stanek. That was a goal that was easy for Partridge to pop that one in.
Sasha Rapchuk, the captain of the team, looking a bit like Marmaduke out there, just a big old dog, just hunting around the net, and gave Partridge a nice tap in there. So nice goal to get this second period started. That'll give Queensland some confidence going into this one. It
will indeed. And if we look at the scoring, it was 2-0 New South Wales early, and now it's 3-2 Queensland. New South Wales going to have to dig deep to come back. Away game, second game in 2 days, and a short bench with only 14 skaters. So it's going to be hard for New South Wales, but yesterday they were very good. So, hopefully they can bring it back. It's still only a 1-goal game though. Battling going on down in the Queensland zone. Boo moves it out, but taken away, and coming up the boards where Stanek pops it up, but not out. A little bit of neutral zone back and forth, and back down into the Queensland zone. We have a slashing call, I think, on one person and a roughing on the other. We'll see if that's official, but that's what I read from that, one to each team. Let's see what the referee calls it to. And that is indeed correct. We've got Schumack for New South Wales, who got 2 for slashing. And down at the other end is Stanek for Queensland, 2 for roughing. So this will be 5-on-5 hockey. Nothing will change. They'll sit together. Hey, we were just talking reffing with someone else. Do you know the terminology, Tim, for those two guys now with their incidental minors?
I don't.
They are married. They do not come back on the ice until they come with each other.
Yeah, right.
So they are not up on the board. It is just simply 5-on-5 hockey.
Well, they're honeymooning in the box currently.
I don't think they feel honeymoony to each other. But here comes New South Wales through the neutral zone with some speed. Good job by Rippon to keep Downey wide. Picked up by Molly behind the net. Molly going to move it out of the zone if he has his way, and indeed he does, and it's into the neutral zone where Quinn picks it up and gets flattened by DeGraff. And away comes Queensland out of their zone. DeGraff with the back pass to Molly and puts himself offside.
So tell me, Blair, you might know the answer to this. I wondered this question yesterday. When does 2 minor penalties cancel out so that it stays 5-on-5?
If they're called at the same time on the same play, they are grouped together, and it's kept 5-on-5. That's a rule change that came in last year. It used to be playing 4-on-4, but now if 2 guys go off together, the objective is to have as many players on the ice as possible, so others don't have to suffer and sit off because of coincidental penalties. Now, Tim, do you have the quick scoring recap for us in the first period available? There were 4 goals scored.
I do. So first goal was scored by number 22, Downey from Kowalchuk on the New South Wales side. Then we had number 22, Hughes from Downey. Goal number 3 was scored by, first goal for Queensland was scored by number 63, Jack Molly from We Met. And Queensland's second goal was scored by We Met from Rapchuk and Stanek. So we're now at 3 goals to 2 with Partridge scoring from Rapchuk early in the second period here.
Excellent. Thank you for that. And a lot of that goal scoring came within the last 5 minutes of that first period as well, and then an early one here. So it's ramping up from a scoring perspective. Let's see if it stays that way. Queensland is pushing now and seeing if they can make something happy. Haley battling in behind the net. We've got a penalty coming to New South Wales. Boko coming out of the net. The net is empty and that puck slides down a little bit scary towards it. So we've got 6-on-5 for Queensland on this delayed penalty. And up they come through the neutral zone. Rapchak picking it up and looking for some space to get into the zone. He decides to take a shot. That's blocked by Quinn. Rapchak picks it up off Quinn's shin pad. Rapchak falls down. And he was saying that was Quinn. Indeed, it wasn't. It was Bursic. But nonetheless, it is penalty to New South Wales. So we're going to have a power play here for Queensland. And let's see what the penalty call is. Still waiting for the signal. That is a cross-check that has been called against Chistikov. And so out comes the power play for Queensland. I see Kimmett has pulled into the power play on the wing with the other regular crew.
So this will be the second power play for Queensland tonight, and they capitalised on the first one and will be hoping to do the same again here. Indeed
they will. And on the board, Molly with possession in the zone is Queensland, trying to move it around. Comes back to Ouimet on the point. He puts it across to Rapchak, who puts it in, but taken away in a very long shot on goal that Boko had to be aware of. Queensland back in their own zone, looking for a zone entry. New South Wales trying to prevent that through the neutral zone. Ouimet comes down, looking for his options, moves in front, backhand shot, saved. And Queensland gets possession, battling down along the boards with it though, trying to get something to happen. New South Wales doesn't want them to, but indeed it does come out. Rapchak with a big slapper for the point.
Off the crossbar.
Back to Rapchak again, across to Ouimet. Ouimet's taking the shot and into the chest of Dowell, who holds on to the puck.
Swallowed up by the goalie there, Connor Dowell, and Sasha Rapchak with a howitzer of a shot there.
And there it is, bing!
Just rang it off the crossbar.
Well, almost successful there. 58 seconds left in the power play for Queensland. They're going to see if they can make something happen here with power play 2 coming out onto the ice. But New South Wales able to clear the zone quickly and get rid of the pressure. So sending Baldwin back to pick this up. Queensland working their way through the neutral zone. Middleton with a little tip, trying to split the D, and he does, and pops it up into the top corner. The D fell asleep, and Middleton with a few quick steps able to take advantage.
He caught a bit of a lucky break there, just squeaked through, ended up falling down, and ends up being a highlight reel goal. Top corner, where Mum keeps the cookies.
Indeed. Mom and Grandma sometimes too, I'm told. I think from the broadcast yesterday.
Hey, look, any baking is nice.
We've got a timeout called here by New South Wales. They're going to have a quick regroup after those 2 quick goals against them. And that's 4 straight goals for Queensland, because this was 2-0 to New South Wales with 5 minutes left in the first. And here we are with only about 5 minutes gone here, 4 minutes indeed gone here in the second, and Queensland has scored. So that's 4 goals for Queensland in less than 10 minutes.
Yep, these power plays have definitely helped them, and they seem to have a little bit more pep in their step this period. New South Wales was kind of controlling the neutral zone a lot in that first period, whereas it seems to have swung in Queensland's favour this period.
Yes, I agree. I think that New South Wales, I wonder if they're tiring as well. We have talked about they had to fly up yesterday. They only have 15. One is out. They're down to 14 skaters. That'll play on you. And it's going to be tough for them to come back. But we'll see what they could do. If they can get one this period and go 1 goal down into the third, that would be good from a New South Wales perspective. But still lots of time. Almost 11 minutes left here in the second period. New South Wales, Quinn being hounded in his own zone, but able to get that out flips that pass across where it's picked up by Jamie Brown from Queensland. And he makes a pass up off the boards. It's being chased down by DeGraff. DeGraff is with Molly. Oh, but a good job getting back by Quinn to disrupt that one. Puck over into the corner where it's being battled. There's 4 or 5 players down in there battling for the puck, waiting to see who might be able to get it out. Refs are shouting, move it, move it, move it. And indeed, it does come out in behind the net where Quinn overskates it. But still able to clear out the zone is New South Wales. Over on the far side, it's Hughes looking for an option. The dangerous Hughes, he's got a goal and assist already in this game. He's looking to see what he can do. He passes that over, and shot comes in from the point for Quinn. Just a cough in behind, gets it in behind the net to Downey. He's under pressure. Downey's looking to pass it out front, and indeed he does, but that goes through everybody and all the way down the ice. That was shot by Downey from New South Wales, so there's no icing on the call. Queensland, though, getting in hard on a quick change, so they got some fresh legs who are going in and pressuring. Rapchak quick out, and a shot by Partridge just missed. Stanek, rather. Bond mishandles that and has to go back and get it. He dumps that in. Icing is waved off. Officials deemed he just made it to the red line before he dumped that in. And we've got an arm up. There's a penalty coming here to Queensland. I don't know what it's for. I didn't see it, but referee does have his arm up for a delayed penalty. We've got 2-on-1. Chance in front. Oh, and boom! Misses on the pass across, but still maintaining possession is New South Wales. And they're looking to see what they can do, and that puck came outside the zone, and as a result, the offside has been whistled down, and we've got a high sticking call against Queensland.
It is a little bit difficult to tell the difference between Partridge and Stanek. They both got the same chrome cage on, so I think I've confused them a couple of times this game as well.
Well, the funny thing is they were both on the team I played on last year, and so even still I get them confused even though I've played a season with them on the same team. Nonetheless, we've got a high sticking call here against Queensland's Rapchak, so a power play and a chance to get back in this for New South Wales. And off the draw, back to Quinn, who dumps it in to Downey on the wall. Hughes, rather, and looking to come out front with it. Queensland, though, playing a nice box, not letting New South Wales get inside. Across to Downey here on the D. Downey flips that in behind the net where there's a battle for it. Trying to move it out, Hughes. And trying to get it in front, but stopped there and whacked away by Ouimet to clear some of the pressure. Lockie Fixter down, putting some pressure on Quinn. He stops him behind the net, comes out the other side, and plays it on the board up to Schumack. Schumack with a nice pass and entering the zone. That comes across and quick out by Haley. Going back again. New South Wales trying to set it up. So far, this power play is more than half over. New South Wales haven't really had any shots on net, I don't believe. Schumack trying to center that one. There's an opportunity for Boo, and a save by Boko.
Yeah, New South Wales has been making some nice seam passes when they get control in the zone there. But Queensland's penalty kill looks a lot more solid than that first time around.
It certainly did. A couple of passes in front, but nothing eventuated. One shot there that Boko handled comfortably. And off the draw, it's Boo with it in the corner. He goes down below to Cameron Hughes. Cameron Hughes back to Boo. Boo looking up high, but he decides to go down low, and a quick out to Downey, but a stick on that, and that over Downey stick, and away comes Molly. Molly's got Middleton with him, and a nice job there by Quinn to take away that seam pass with the Queensland player Middleton streaking to the net. Now comes New South Wales. Only 10 seconds left in the penalty here, so good job by Queensland to kill it, but a chance here for Olkin. He's going down in wide. And another seam pass, but that doesn't get through. Picked up quickly by Kowalczyk. Back to Quinn. Quinn with the shot from far. Up over the net. Molly puts that down the ice, but Rapchak out of the box. And he's going to be first one down there to negate the icing. Quinn battling with Rapchak. Rapchak waiting for support as all the Queensland penalty killers have changed. Walking around by himself, and nothing comes of it. Back to the point where Bond takes a long shot in. Oh, that's off the leg and available in front, but the net's off. The whistle's about to blow, but they did not blow the whistle. The referee's going to fix the net during play, it looks like. And I take back my last statement. Whistle blows because the net is off its mooring. As soon as Queensland got the puck and started attacking, whistle went down. Here we've got a replay of that chance.
Very close one there, but Dowell managed to contain it with that scramble in front of the net.
And Dowell is a big body, and I think when he slid over into that post, that's what caused it to come off its mooring. So 6 minutes left here in the second period. Queensland leading 4-2, back to 5-on-5 hockey. And the draw goes quickly down the ice. No icing on the call. Boko comes out. A body battle down there, but Bond comes away with it and up the boards where it's picked up and moved out to Rapchak, who dumps it in. And he's going to go and chase it down and see if he can use his body to get Kulinich away, and he does indeed. Stepping up there is Baldwin. Back to Baldwin with, oh, he's trying a bad angle shot. Ouimet looks like he's going to take a shot, but no, he goes to Baldwin down low. Baldwin with a across to Rapchak, shot just wide. And that comes all the way out where Ouimet flips it back into the New South Wales zone. Some changes happening for Queensland. Up through the neutral zone now and dumped in with a big hit there by Ouimet in the open ice. And Queensland able to get the puck and move it out of their zone. Ouimet dumps it in. Number 91, Ballard, who just got hit, was looking to pay back Ouimet, but it didn't quite happen. Out comes New South Wales, exiting their zone. Physicality starting to ramp up a little bit here. I actually expected it to be a bit more physical so far, but it's been a little less physical, I think, than yesterday. New South Wales clearing the zone, but Ouimet taking that away and dumping it back down into the New South Wales zone. And stolen there, and Queensland shot on goal and taken away by Dowell. Queensland keeping the pressure on down low, trying to get the puck up front, and shot and goal by Lockie Fixter. Spinorama backhand. And Lockie Fixter is very happy about being able to get one in.
Big Sally there. Play came from the corner. Lockie Fixter spun, got it on his backhand and just tucked it in on the near post there. Goalie had no time to react.
We'll get the details momentarily. I'm not sure who passed that out to him, but that was certainly a lot of hard work down low to get that puck out to Fixter to score. That is now 5-2 for Queensland. Haley in a battle there on the boards, and we've got a penalty coming to Downey for, we're going to see what it's called, but it's an elbow. That's Declan Downey going off, I believe, for elbowing over here on the boards in a battle with Jace Haley.
And that last goal was from Haley to Fixter.
Fixter from Haley on that last goal, so all that hard work by Haley. He produced the assist, and then he was into the net, and then he drew a penalty on the last one. That's a good shift for Jace Haley. So power play opportunity here for Queensland. They are now up 5-2 with 4 minutes left in the period. New South Wales only has 3 on the ice, waiting for their last player, and out comes Kulinich to round out the penalty kill. Draw one by Rapchak across to Molly from Ouimet, and back down and low to Stanek. Stanek having a look. He's back to Mali. Mali back to Stanek. Stanek looking for options. Back to Mali. I think he's going across to Ouimet. He is indeed. Ouimet looking at his options. He's got taken the shot and blocked in front. Down in the corner, Rapchak battling there with a couple of New South Wales players who get it away, and all the way down the ice, shot on goal. Mali going back from it. An aggressive forecheck by Boo on Mali, but he managed to get it over, and out of the zone comes Ouimet carrying the puck. He's looking around for passes, and he decides to fire that in on the netting though, so it kind of died and didn't do what he had hoped it would do, and then a bounce as it's rimmed around, and Boko has to play that with his stick. Up to Mali. Mali across to Repchak. Repchak, it's in his feet, trying to move it around and dump back in. So far nothing happening here on the power play for Queensland. 45 seconds left. Penalty killers changing for New South Wales. Queensland making into the zone. Mali with the shot, and that goes all the way around and out. Gonna have to be careful here. Ouimet's being chased down by McGrath and pushed into the boards by McGrath. Ouimet's not very happy about that. He's lost the glove, but the puck still stays in the zone. Opportunity to clear here, and indeed Queensland will clear the zone. Rapchak slowly skating it out, missing the pass in front, and picked up into the corner. Looking for options is the Queensland player, and he sees the pass out front. Shot, nice save, and oh, an opportunity there, but not quite. A good save by goalie Dowell, and another one on net, and saved by Dowell.
Yeah, Dowell kept his eye on that one and managed to glove it down. And I think Jackson Stanek was on for most of that power play just there. He's turning 18 today, so happy birthday, Jackson.
He is indeed. And I think it's actually in the official itinerary for the team after this. It's Jackson Stanek birthday party upstairs. Well, the penalty's over. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. 5-2 lead here for Queensland. A minute 58 left in the second period. Just waiting for New South Wales to get their fifth player on the ice. Hughes comes out, and we're ready to get going here. Kimmett on the draw. Across and around to Graf, all the way around to Jamie Brown on the point. Brown puts it back down in low. That's intercepted though by the New South Wales player, but taken back by DeGraff. DeGraff pulling out, drops it for ripping down into the corner and around in behind the net, trying to work it out, but New South Wales player Quinn all over that and fires that down the ice. Boko decides to come and play that. Maybe Boko didn't realize it's back to 5-on-5 hockey, and that would have been icing. Nonetheless, Queensland now has to navigate their way out of their own zone. No success doing that yet. Schumack with an opportunity in front, but a good job there coming back was the Queensland player DeGraaf. A long shot off the pad and bouncing out, and knocked down the ice by New South Wales, but not far enough for icing, and Baldwin goes back to pick that up. He's being hounded by Hughes, but still manages to move it up, and out it comes to Partridge, who gives it to Rapchak. There seems to be some confusion after the initial save, but puck did not get into the net. And
looks like it was held safely under Dowell's pad there.
I don't think Dowell knew that he had the puck. You can see it here. He looks around, and the Queensland player looks like they were
wasn't sure of where it was, but he did his best to stay still and not drift back across the goal line.
And indeed, it is a reset with 40 seconds left here in the second period. Shots on goal 17-14 in favor of Queensland, who now hold a commanding 5-2 lead. Off the draw, there's some battling for it. Aussie Partridge comes up with it, but that comes out of the New South Wales zone. Stanek looking to dump that in. Rapchak picking it up. He's got Partridge in front. Oh, he's trying to hit Partridge there. An opportunity, but just goes past. And we are getting some back and forth here. The Queensland player, Stanek, skating away from it to avoid getting a retaliation penalty. I believe we've got an interference call against New South Wales. It looks like it's going to be Declan Downey.
So that last power play, Queensland didn't capitalise on, but they had some good chances.
Yes.
New South Wales did quite well to clear the zone though, which always makes it hard when you're trying to set up plays.
That's true. They had chances there towards the end, but the first 3 quarters of that, New South Wales was very strong in their penalty kill. Now just 17 seconds left here in this period, and then the power play will go over into the next period unless Queensland scores here in the next 15.2 seconds after that redo on the puck drop that we're going to do now. Kimmett, the centerman for Queensland, on this power play, and the draw won by New South Wales, and Quinn fires that one down, chasing by Boo. Boo's trying to make something happen here at the end of the period, but Boko comes out to play it. Time's almost out, and it's tipped in with 1 second left. Boo was on his horse and looking to make something happen, and indeed he did.
You know, sometimes you've got to be an opportunist. He had a nice little semi-breakaway there, and then he thought, you know what, there's only a few seconds left, I might just stick around. Put his stick out and good things happen. Nice little tip over the body of Dallas Bocker.
He did indeed, and that was a good play by Schumack to also step up and keep that puck in. He could have easily let that come out of the zone, and that's the end of the period. But Schumack stepped it up, put it towards the net. Boo was there, a little tip in, and it's a 5-3 game at the end of the second period. Shots on goal 17-15 in favor of Queensland.
So even though Queensland are going into this one with a 2-goal lead, I think New South Wales will be quietly happy that they managed to just sneak one in at the end there. They do say that 2-goal lead is the worst lead in hockey, so anything could happen at this point.
Yes, I agree with you there, and the fact that that was a shorthanded goal that New South Wales just scored, they got to be pretty happy about that. So we're going to take a break here, and we'll come back in 15 minutes after an ice cut, and stay tuned, because with that goal, all of a sudden we've got ourselves a game again. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Great to have you back for this third period, this 5-3 hockey game. A few goals scored there in the second period. Tim, can you give us a recap?
Yeah, so we had number 44, Aussie Partridge from Sasha Rapchuk to kick us off. Then we had a power play goal from number 11 on Queensland team, Middleton, from Partridge and Baldwin. The third goal of the period was Queensland, number 96, Fixter from Haley. And then we had that short-handed goal. It was number 10, Boo, assisted by Schumack from the New South Wales team. So that leaves us at 5-3 in favour of Queensland currently.
So that period, 2-2 at the start of that period, and then 3 goals by Queensland, 1 by New South Wales, and that's where we are now. Shots on goal, 17-15. Final 15 minutes left here, and Queensland starting with a power play for 1:44. New South Wales will be looking to kill this one off, and then see if they can't get one back and make this a game. Off the draw, it's down into New South Wales zone. Big hit there by Schumack on Molly. But back in the zone, and Stanek over in the corner looking at options back to Ouimet. Ouimet's looking to move that to Molly, but into Stanek instead, who loses possession, and that gets cleared, but only into the neutral zone. Molly picks it up, back to Ouimet. Ouimet looking to the far side to Fixter, but decides to go the other way, back to Molly. Boo putting some pressure on over on the far side, and the other forward, Schumack, trying to keep them out. Now Ouimet, he's going straight through and shot! Whoa, goodness gracious. That came out of nowhere, just on a rush by Ouimet.
Ouimet, he walked over the line with authority, picked his corner, and just flicked through a nice little wrist shot there.
Actually, one of the forwards just out of the picture came off, and that's what's opened the zone there. The defenseman backed in. They really should have challenged him up higher, closer to the blue line, and as a result, a very accurate shot by Ouimet. That's the second goal he scored in that same spot today, Tim.
It is, yeah. Different circumstances, but the same outcome.
And that's 6-2 now, or 6-3 rather, Queensland leading. And off the draw, it's quickly down into the New South Wales zone, where Kimmett is working hard, and he dumps it in behind the net, where Haley's trying to move it up front. Haley's stuffing away, but back behind the net. Haley's still working on it, trying to get it out front, but that comes across, and Hughes brings that out for New South Wales. And he just dumps that down in low. Rippin spins around, trying to get it. Brown picks it up. Brown up the boards to Middleton, but Middleton trying to hit Haley, and that ends up being offside at the line.
So I think the ice surface here at Boondall is what we call Olympic or AAHF size, a little bit bigger maybe than what the New South Wales team is accustomed to skating on. So they're going to need to draw on their energy reserves and keep the energy high for this third period.
They are indeed, and that's going to be tough when you're the away team down by 3 goals in the third. But we'll see what comes of this with 13 minutes left. Battle on the board. Ouimet manages to keep it in for Queensland. He's moved it out front. Pop pucks over the net. Ouimet picks it up again. Spins back. He's being watched closely by McGrath. Ouimet still with the puck. He's out front. Oh, shot there. Nice save by Dowell, and a good play by Ouimet to get that to Molly. Molly on quick shot on goal. Saved again. And picked up by Quinn. He's under pressure by McGrath. He just fires it around to the far side. Still trying to get out of the zone, but pressure by Queensland. Lucky Fixter with a nice move and shot and score! That's 2 for Lucky Fixter.
Lucky Fixter, he loves the celly. He was earlier in that shift. He was double teamed in the corner. Took the hit from 2 New South Wales players, regathered, and then made a nice little move around that defender there, used his body, and just rifled that one home.
It looks like New South Wales' energy is getting seriously depleted now. You can see their shoulders dropping a little bit, and their enthusiasm and their effort, you can just see. And it's hard. It's now 7-3. Shots on goal that were pretty even, and New South Wales leading for a while are now in favor of Queensland, 21-15, and a 7-3 scoreline. Off the draw, it ends up back in the New South Wales zone. And they're trying to work it out, but unable to do so far. Bond trying to get possession, but some good pressure here from New South Wales. Great to see. Schumack looking for the puck to pop out, but it comes out to Partridge, who makes a good pass across to Stanek. Stanek's 1-on-3. He's going to shoot from long range, and that misses the net. New South Wales looking to clear, but stolen by Rapchuk with a shot, and he scores! Queensland now just putting down the hammer.
And Queensland skating straight back to the bench, staying humble, not making too big of a scene about it. Sasha Rapchuk, the captain of the team, Brisbane Lightning player for several years now, and he just buries one there.
And that you could see in the replay that you just saw, it just came off the boards. Goaltender change here for New South Wales. Dowell is out, Montgomery is in for the last 11:52 of this game. It's 8-3. That might be more of a, what's the word I'm looking for, where it's not on you, Dowell, it's on us, and we just don't want you to be out there getting peppered anymore. Chance for New South Wales, and they score! Off the draw.
They come back very early, not giving up, still fighting them yet, which is great to see.
Off the draw here, Downey moves it forward. Kowalchuk, he just slides down and puts one through the 5-hole.
Got it on that far side again. I think Dallas Bocca plays a lot of inline, and they might have a little bit more trouble sliding across their crease than the goalies that spend most of their time on ice.
From inline goalies I've spoken to, I hear that's one of the hardest things to pick up, is that the slide that you can do on ice, whereas you have to do more of the shuffle when you're playing inline. So now we've got a score line of 8-4. The goals are coming fast and plenty here in the third period. Puck is down into the New South Wales zone. Queensland looking for more. I don't think they will mind if they can run up the score. Hughes brings it out for New South Wales, though, and a pass up to his teammate and over into the corner where it's picked up by Kowalchuk. Kowalchuk looking for another one after that goal he just scored, but Queensland able to clear. Dump back into the zone is Queensland making a change, and New South Wales coming out. Downey going fast through the center, but he's met there, and the puck is turned over. Middleton trying to find his way in. Haley, a little pass across, and here's a chance for Kimmett, and he was stopped by Montgomery. As Middleton over with the puck, battling in the corner. Coming away with it is New South Wales, and the flip out. Schumack trying to chase that down, but the ever steady Ouimet passing it up. Shot going wide and coming all the way around, and Olkin looking to try and make something happen. He's being hounded there by Middleton. Into the corner where it's picked up. Schumack down to Olkin. Olkin trying to get out front, but he's not being let. Oh, and a funny one, and it goes up and over the net. Goodness, that was a funny angle shot that ended up being close. Another chance there that goes wide. Picked up in the corner. Cycled down low. Back to the D. Shot block. Down into the corner. New South Wales with some pressure now. Boo, he's trying to get a shot on goal, but good defending, keeping the puck out wide. And battle. Kimmett wins that battle and comes away with the puck. But that doesn't clear the zone. Oh, it does clear the zone. And wholesale changes for the forwards for Queensland, and New South Wales making some changes as well. New South Wales, after that goal, seemed to have a little bit of life back in them. But here comes Queensland. DeGraff going down the side, getting bodied off the puck and stolen away, but it's kept in the zone. DeGraff down low, trying to keep it in, but Hughes trying to get it out. And indeed, he manages to. Hughes battling there with Fixter. They've had a couple of battles. And over into the corner where DeGraff and Chistikov, who goes down, but the puck comes away for New South Wales. Into the neutral zone. Things getting jammed up in the neutral zone again. That's happened a few times in this game, but it's also opened up a few times in this game. Nate Fixter now dumping that puck down in deep, being chased by brother Lockie. But New South Wales able to get possession. Hughes coming up the right wing with a centering pass to Downey. Would have been no way if he could have handled that pass. And puck picked up by Rapchak, who's speeding up the wall with it. He's looking to get in by himself, but a good job with a good stick there by Downey on D to stop him. Stanek chooses to carry that in instead of dump it. He's 1-on-5 though and not making much progress. Olkin back down into the Queensland zone. Boko out to corral it, but leaves it for Rippin. And Rippin is playing some heavy work over on the boards. Puck down where Jamie Brown puts it around the boards to be picked up by Partridge, who whacks it out of the zone. Boo has a trip in the middle of the ice. I don't know what there was. There might be a deviation in the ice. That can happen here if there's a leak or something. But nonetheless, New South Wales brings it out of their zone. New South Wales trying to go here and make something happen, but a lot of back and forth play between the dot to dot and blue line to blue line. Nobody really having any chances the last few minutes. Battling for it and away with it comes Kalinic. And that's out of the zone. And shot on goal from a distance. Queensland changing 4 of their 5 players, while New South Wales is an opportunity to move out, but instead it ends up on the stick of Wimat. Wimat up the far side. And that is dumped in and chased down by Andy Dew. In the New South Wales zone, pressure still coming. Oh, and a collision there with Lupton and Bursick. But play goes on. It's starting to get a little bit rough now. It's actually been sections of roughness in this game, but overall it's been pretty good.
Both teams turning it up on the physicality now.
And we've got a penalty coming here. Queensland has possession, so I can only assuming it's going to be against them. Referee indicating high stick against the Queensland player. Looks like it might be Baldwin.
Baldwin's been playing well this game. Been using his speed up the boards there and making some smart passing plays. But yeah, got in a little bit of a skirmish in the corner there, and a wayward stick lands him in the penalty box.
New South Wales on the power play. They'd love to put one in here. They're 4 goals down. There's 6 minutes left, so it's likely out of their reach. But to put one in and then all of a sudden maybe another, you never know, right? That's the thing. It is a stop-time game, so every time the whistle goes, the clock stops, and you never know what can happen in these games.
They're definitely wanting to be trying to get the Queensland goalie posted up on that far post again, so that they can exploit that open side.
Off the draw, New South Wales with possession on the power play, down low into the corner, looking out front. Oh, and a good stick there. Otherwise, that was probably going to be popped in. Looking around, moving the puck in down low as New South Wales. They're looking up to their D, but decide to go in front, where that's taken away by Rapchak, who's got an opportunity to clear it, but he doesn't get far. Knocked down by Downey, picked up by Boo, and that's a hand pass, so the whistle blows.
So you can't make a hand pass unless you are trying to clear the puck out of your defensive zone.
Indeed, and the rule on that is the puck has to be initiated and received within your defensive zone. Since that was in the neutral zone, it is a whistle and a face-off. Off the draw, it comes across to Hughes, who's looking to get it in, and Boo picks it up, but taken away by Fixter, who pops that down the ice with a minute 10 left here in the New South Wales power play. Quinn, who's the main man on that back end, with it up to Hughes. Hughes looks and he passes that across to Downey. Downey taps it on to Boo. Boo leaves it there for Schumack. Schumack trying to make a move but not getting around Rippin. Rippin, Schumack battling in the corner. Puck comes out. Though a chance here for Hughes. Shoots, he scores! Referee had his arm up there. There was going to be a penalty against Queensland, but that will be negated as a result of that goal by Hughes.
So Hughes managed to kind of get that on his backhand and managed to turn around, and once again has been able to exploit that corner.
So the referee's calling a penalty here against Queensland. So what he's saying is that it's a 2-minute penalty against 55 Rippin. So the goal negating the penalty that was already in 2 minutes still to be served by Rippin. So a new power play here for New South Wales, looking for another quick goal on the power play, and all of a sudden we're going to have a game. Queensland able to get that all the way down the ice, and who do you think's gone down to pick it up? I bet you it's Quinn, and indeed it is. And he's left with some room, so he's going to skate it out by himself, crossing the line, taking it down low, working to set up this power play. For him down in that corner, that's a rare spot for him to be. Quinn now coming back to the line. Well, it's taken around by Schumack. Now Schumack's turn to see what he wants to do with it. Downey down low. Downey's looking for a passing option, but that's taken away. Not cleared from the zone yet, though, as New South Wales works hard to keep it in. Schumack's got a 2-on-1, but a good stick there by Rapchak, knocking that puck away and then chasing it down and clearing it out of the zone. 1 minute left here in the New South Wales power play. Fresh penalty killers coming out for Queensland. That's Molly and Kimmett, who are now the forwards on the penalty kill. Olkin has come out for New South Wales on the power play. He's going down the right wing. That's where I've seen him all day. Kowalczyk with a shot and picked out of the air by Boko.
Boko with a nice glove save there. Had plenty of time to sight that one in. Queensland playing a very north-south game now, just trying to take the safe option, get it up the boards, get it out of danger and as far away from their net as possible.
Shots on goal getting a bit closer now, 23-20 in favor of Queensland with the 8-5 scoreline. New South Wales still with 40 seconds left on their power play with 3.5 minutes left in the third period. Off the draw, puck comes out into the neutral zone where New South Wales turns quickly and tries to go back in. Schumack with a little flip on goal, but easily handled by Boko. So any chance here, Tim, are we going to see a miracle on ice in the making? Three quick goals by New South Wales?
I'm very impressed with New South Wales' resilience. They're not giving up. They're digging in deep. And they've managed to catch up on a few goals as a result.
Shot from the point. On goal, pops up in the air, but cleared away. And shot out of the zone by Queensland. Chased down by Haley. Good body there by Kalinic to prevent Haley from getting through. But Haley, he's still on the warpath, trying to keep on the forecheck here. New South Wales moving it up. Kowalczyk, but Partridge steps up as the penalty is ended and back to 5-on-5 hockey. Little back and forth between the defensemen and moving up out of the zone. Puck is lost. I believe it's in the equipment of Kowalczyk, and nobody knows where it is. I think it's hidden in his gear, but it has fallen out.
It'll end up on one of those bizarre plays on YouTube, compilations that you see. where pucks get stuck in bits of equipment.
All right, resetting here, 2:34 left in the third period, 8-5 in this final game of the 6-game series. Queensland looking to wrap this one up and win the series 5-1. New South Wales looking to pull something off here and score some quick goals, make something happen in this final game. We met flipping it out all the way down to Rapchuk, who goes in backwards in possession, who's tried to get it up front but stopped there. And back comes Boo to help out, taking the puck away. Oh, there's some stuff going on off camera down here where we have a bit of a argy-bargy. We had one of the Downies, number 59, that is Declan Downey, who was taking offense to something that was done over there. I think it was Stanek that he was with, but he's quickly gone to the box. The officials got in the way. They're just discussing what they want to call here. It was behind the play call, only caught it out of the corner of my eye. It might be 2 for interference, but they might also give him more at this point in the game.
2 for roughing is
2 for roughing is the call. I think at this point, it's just best if everyone can get away from this without any fights breaking out. 2 minutes and 1 second left. 8-5 game. The series is done. Let's just get out of this without too much happening. The New South Wales bench thought there should have been penalties both ways, but I think that's academic at this stage. All right, so power play. 2 minutes and 1 second left in the game. Power play for Queensland. They're going to try and score one and rub things in a little bit, I would suggest, especially after a behind the play roughing call. Chance there. And back down into the corner it goes to Stanek. Stanek in a battle. He gets it down low all the way around where Rapchuk is going to pick it up. He's going to bring it out and back to Ouimet on the point. Ouimet looking for the hat trick, and that gets blocked in front on that shot. And there's a shot, another one blocked, bouncing puck around. Where is it, where is it? It pops out behind the net. Rapchuk down into the corner, battling away. Stanek in possession, back to Ouimet. Ouimet's going for the hattie, no, he passes it off. Mali in the corner, in behind the net to Stanek. Stanek, Mali. Mali looking for a chance. Stanek, Mali. Little back and forth, back to Stanek again. And back to Mali, no, back to Ouimet. Ouimet walks the line and gets out on goal. Oh, shot, nice save, and then rebound, and Rapchuk picks it up and scores the 9th goal for Queensland.
Ouimet just walking the line again, finding that lane, put the shot on, and Rapchuk was there to capitalize on that little rebound. It was good in that shift, though, to see New South Wales captain David Quinn putting his body on the line. He made a nice block in front of the net there, leading by example.
Yes, Quinn has been solid this whole series. This weekend, I've said his name probably more than anybody else's of any player on the ice. Hats off to him. He's been a solid guy back on the line. This New South Wales team is a little younger and a little less experienced than the Queensland team, and we seem to be seeing that, and having someone like Quinn back there has been really helpful for New South Wales to work on developing. Oh, a big hit there on the side with 30 seconds left in this game, hopefully nothing more. That was, Haley got up and walked away from it. It was a fair hit, so he didn't retaliate. Well done, Jace Haley. Down into the corner, Jamie Brown trying to get it out of the zone, and now it's picked up and skated out. Dumped in by Kimmett. Down in the corner where Haley's going again with Kalinic. And battling with 4 players. Puck pops out all the way around. Semi Rippin keeps it in, and that is game. That is a 9-5 victory for Queensland.
And Queensland brings the series to a 5-1 victory overall. A great series. Blair, you've been involved for the entire time. I think you just said it before. Queensland team does have a bit more of that combined experience, but it's been very encouraging to see the New South Wales team giving it their all and in this inaugural series.
Indeed it has. So I'm going to lose my compatriot here in crime. Thank you very much, Tim, for sitting in and helping out today in the broadcast booth. It was great to have you.
Thanks, Blair.
And Tim is now off. He's going to be part of the trophy presentation. He's got a lot of responsibilities as Ice Hockey Queensland president. And so that just leaves me to waffle away while we get this presentation going. So a great series. Hats off to all the people who were involved with the organization of this series. I believe that it was mostly driven, or initially anyway, by Queensland coach Josh Labrie. He wanted to have something to do. This is an age group where there's a gap, and this is filling a gap because you age out of junior at 18. Whatever state you're in, you're aged out of junior at 18. If you want to go on with your hockey career, possibly play in the Australian Ice Hockey League with the men's division, well, then you're probably not going to get there straight away. There's a couple of players we mentioned earlier. Sasha Rapchuk on Queensland, he plays for the Brisbane Lightning, as does Luca Ouimet. A couple other players. Jack Molly has had a couple of games up there, but generally there's a timeline required from aging out of junior and getting up into AIHL. So having this type of thing available, there used to be an Australian Junior Ice Hockey League where I think it was up to under 23, but unfortunately that died with COVID. And so the time gap between aging out of junior at 18 and moving into a higher level, an adult level, this is something that fills the gap. So hats off to everybody who helped to organize it, everybody who has participated in it, all the coaches who've given their time, and managers, and everybody else. You can see there the Queensland team getting a nice cheer from the Queensland crowd. But as I'm saying, hats off to everybody who was a part of it. It's very much a volunteer thing. ThoughtFox Media has been with us this whole time through the Origin series. They've been doing a great job with the live stream and able to bring that to everybody across Australia. Not only across Australia, but we have a lot of people who watch this throughout the world. Players come from different places, and it's nice that mums, dads, and often grandparents and cousins and so on have an opportunity to see people play, people they know, people they're related to in the Australian environment. So that is wonderful to see. I happened to watch this morning some of yesterday's game, and while I saw that, I noticed that there'd been roughly 600 views of yesterday's game. Those wouldn't have been live, but those would have been some live, some watching it after the fact in other time zones, whatever the case may be. So it's great to see. Now we've got the presentation ceremony going on over there. There is a plaque that will be year in, year out for the under-20 Origin Series. Queensland will be the first name to go on to that, and there's a trophy that will stay in the Queensland Ice Hockey Trophy case. The team is out there with Ice Hockey Queensland President Tim Lilly, and there's a nice team photo for everybody to remember this event by. Some of these players, I believe, will age out, although there might be one more year even for the oldest players. As I said before, a great job by New South Wales, a bit younger squad, less experienced squad, but they gave it their all, and it was wonderful to see them here doing their best. They're off camera at the moment, but they're also getting a nice team photo done for their team. And I should also take my hats off to the officiating crew in this match. I thought this game was very, very well officiated. Hooray to Queensland. I wonder if they'll do like the Stanley Cup where they'll all take turns holding it and lifting it into the air. But I was just saying, hats off to the officiating crew for this game. I thought they were particularly effective in a game that could have got a little bit out of hand, given that it was a dead rubber, as a phrase that is often used here in Australia. But I thought the officiating crew did a great job keeping everything in hand and keeping everybody safe, which at the end of the day, although we don't talk about it very often, but the officials' job is to make sure that everybody is safe throughout the game. Something we saw yesterday that was has been brought on by the Brisbane Lightning is that the fans get a chance to shake hands here with the Queensland players. So they're going around and making their lap. And with that, I will leave this myself. I'm Blair Ivans. Once again, thank you to Fox Media, everybody who's been involved, everyone who's organized, coached, transported, and generally had something to do with this in some way. It's been wonderful to have this U20 Origin Series, the first ever. The expectation is that this will continue on. So this will be back. We will be back. But in the meantime, everybody, I hope you're having fun out there. Remember to stay safe and keep your stick on the ice.